played deep. But I think Rance did what I sort of predicted he would do last week, is that he played on the deepest forward, whoever
But on
they
that,
were.
how good did Rewalt play, all things
Jack or
considered? Nick.
Oh, really well. Because there was a point where in the second quarter he looked dead. I thought he was going to get subbed off.
Yeah.
And then he came
That's
out
when he got
and
a cut
he
in
did
his
some
calf.
great stuff in the fourth. Praise the bones!
Praise the bones.
We do have to praise the bones, actually, because the call on Jack being the best Jack on the weekend was correct. Praise the bones!
Praise the bones.
Thank you, Marsh.
So just
Jack?
maybe throw this in. Do we have any bones calls right now while the bones are out and have blessed us with their presence?
You've got a bones, don't you?
A bones call?
Against Freo? Or against us? Or for us?
No, I reckon you can't just ask someone what the bones call. It has to come.
It's come naturally.
Yeah, fair enough. Don't need a bones call segment.
I
But
wanted you to praise the bones.
we should get
we're
into...
talking about some fantasy football before. And I reckon the true blue listeners out there
you'll know about
would have
this.
more idea than Jack
Oh, come on.
about what fantasy football is about.
And we're not talking about the fucking fantasy leagues, make up your own team. We're talking about something much more spiritual than that.
Much more deeper.
Indeed.
Started at the seedlings,
It's like
at the roots.
basically local football ground.
They talk about grassroots footy.
This is grassroots. Weekends, maybe during the summer for me. What about for you? Was it during the summer some more than winter?
You talking about going down and having shots on goal?
No. Beyond that.
Beyond
And
that.
imagining you're like a good player and playing it all out. Because I did that.
No.
Of course I did that. I pretended to be Richo so many times. I thought
All right, tell us what did you do?
What was your
What'd you
deal?
do?
What was my deal?
Yeah.
Give us the whole skin.
We'll get it over first. The pretender.
The pretender.
Tell us your
alright.
experience of fantasy footy.
My dream. What I'm imagining is fantasizing about football. And so I used to
We're not in a fucking toilet twiddling our fucking fun sticks.
Yeah, around public.
You two.
Around public. Although,
What you were talking
for
about
me,
sounded pretty ritual-like.
out in public, but slash like hopefully no one's around.
No,
Yeah,
I'll get distracted.
I used to love, first of all,
show.
playing Jack in the Pack. We played a lot of Jack in the Pack down at Murrumbina Primary.
That's
What's
not
that?
it.
That's not
No,
it.
no,
That's
I know,
not
that's
it.
not it.
Did
No,
you have
that's not
others
it.
around you?
But I always used to do the Richardson, and as I jumped up and tried to take the grab, and then quite often sometimes I'd take it, sometimes I wouldn't.
Did you pull out the Richo calls?
Yeah, it was
How
always
old were
Richo.
ya?
I would have been. This is probably mid 90s, so I would have been 9 or 10.
Nice. Yeah.
And then after we played Jack in the Pack, when all the other kids went home, I used to have shots on goal and just play as Richo. And so, I'd throw the
There it
ball up,
is.
and the ball comes in, Richardson, gathers, snap, he's done it again, Richo!
Or would it go this way? He gets the ball, snaps it, Richo!
Sometimes it would. If I was in a good mood, didn't matter if I missed, I celebrated like I kicked it.
No way. No way.
That's
the
difference. So
difference.
that's
Alright.
Jack's fantasy footy.
Come on, man.
Loitering after he'd had a hard session of Jack in the Pack.
Yeah, it's a little bit opportunist.
Shall I get things underway?
Oh, come on.
Lead
then,
us
fill me
into
in.
it.
All right. So
Praise.
for me, in Mapleston Court in Hallam,
God.
as a
Alum!
as a
Straight
member
out of Harlem.
Oz kicking up Hallam Hawks. But in the court of Mapleston, dead set, we used to have like a light pole and like a tree.
Yeah.
It might have even just been those like fire hydrant things, but not.
Yeah.
The steel with the
Yeah.
red seat.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck are you?
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you're a goalpost.
So yeah, you're a goalpost today, every day. So I'd be running around the court, and I found a glove. Grandma hooked us up with like a fingerless bicycle glove.
Oh, you had a glove.
That's when Stewie Lowe would come out to play.
Oh.
So he'd be
You had
kicking around amongst all the boys. Zilla and Heatley, Jason Heatley.
Zilla, that little fucking turd.
The best was
Heatley,
the best is you kick it in front of it, and you're running up, you're commentating as you're going for it, and you're just clunking it, and you're just doing all your sorts of things around it. And so that progressed to when we moved up to Brisbane. The weather is fine all the time.
Indeed.
So that was footy season all year round.
All year
really.
round. Get around it. All year round.
So I just go out the front. Still had the glove. Stewie was playing. But I went from my knowledge of watching footy or whatever, and also AFL 99.
Love that game.
So AFL 99 was like, yeah.
Your knowledge bank.
And do you know and it went by the teams that I can remember the names the most.
True.
From like real experiences and AFL 99.
Yeah.
And do you know who the Saints were always playing?
Who? Essendon?
Have another guess.
Collingwood?
No, it's a bit more closer to home.
Richmond?
Closer.
Melbourne?
Yeah.
Really?
The Phoebe brothers run amok.
So your knowledge of the Melbourne
Phoebe,
of the
off
90s.
to Phoebe, kicks it up. And I had merged teams and shit.
Fuck.
So
awesome.
tell me about you. What about you? What's your fantasy football career?
Well, my career spanned from the age of maybe 14, because I came in a bit late, right up to when I was about probably my last game, my retiring game, as Joshua Cato Burns.
How old were you when you retired?
I put 2 years ahead of my actual... No, a year ahead of my actual life. So now I'm 34, so in fantasy world, I'm 35.
No, just be real. When did you stop? When did fantasy footy end for you? When did you retire?
31.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I like because I could never play.
I thought I'd discovered a little,
What do you mean?
a really a lighting factor on your whole fantasy football thing is that Marsha's fantasy football career, which was when at its peak, what were St Kilda doing? They were playing pretty well, weren't they? They were making grand finals and whatnot. When your career as a fantasy
97,
footballer,
97,
you made a flag. You made a grand final.
I'll rewind the tape, Mr. Non-fantasy football over here.
What I'm saying is that Richmond didn't give me a lot to work with.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you're a bit null and void here, nearly. Just because.
We were pretty shit too.
Yeah.
No, you just didn't go out and.
I wish Mum and Dad had pushed me into Auskick. No, I didn't play Auskick as a kid.
Neither did I.
I've got a great regret.
Yeah, it's just about footy.
I wish my parents had kicked me into Auskick.
You know, all it was for me was going down to Devon Meadows, driving down, because my peak was actually when I was driving.
Driving?
Yeah.
You were driving?
I was driving.
We're talking about when you... Yeah, all right.
He had no
This is my...
career.
You
He
asked
started
me...
at 14. I've got a better fantasy football career than this.
Yeah, you get... Mine trounces yours. I've got stats and
you
everything.
No, I'm saying...
Yours?
Into that weird stage where the
yours
18-year-old running around saying...
No, I was there from the get-go. From the get-go, bro. Mapleson Court, that was where I had the light
so you would have been
pole.
about, what, 6, 7?
Yeah, and then we moved in 97, so however old I was then.
Brizzy.
The day after we lost the grand final, we moved up to Brisbane, but we had to drive and pick up the VN from Adelaide and then drive from there.
That's a fair road trip.
Yeah, drove out to Brizzy, and then Brizzy, the fantasy football setup was the mango tree out the front, and the pool fence.
Yeah, I had trees.
No. There was a big tree on the side, next to close to the road, and then there was a big mango tree, and at the tip of the mango tree where it sort of settled down.
How many leaves did the mango tree have?
So I'd be having shots from everywhere with my little Hawthorn hoodie.
Hawthorn?
Hawthorn footy, yeah.
Hawthorn?
You had a Hawthorn footy.
Yeah, I don't know why. It was a Hawks.
Why'd you have a Hawthorn football?
It was a Hawks footy.
Fantasy football,
Hallam Hawks.
colours are all...
at that time. At that time.
You're playing as a mature adult.
Yeah, exactly.
By then it was a full AFL ball. Excuse me.
Oh, jeez Louise.
I think we found out something here, Marsh, is that you and I are the true fantasy footballers, and Josh is
Johnny come lately.
Josh is the weird
Johnny
dude
come
that hangs
lately.
around playing Lego with the 10-year-olds sort of thing.
Rediscovered.
Fuck off. No way. My football fucking fantasy transfers, I had stats.
Yeah,
you asked Troy. Actually, I'm gonna need some backup. You two were fucking stale with your footy fantasy fucking stories.
How is this reversal? How's this reversal, folks? You're hearing it first. Burnsy.
Troy will tell you.
He had me all
fantasy
lubed up for
football is.
the concept of this conversation.
But it's
Troy,
it's cute though that it's at the other end of the spectrum.
This is really amusing.
explain
This
to
is
these
new.
guys what
You don't say
fantasy football is.
this.
Up top. Fantasy football for life.
Oh, yeah.
When you're a kid.
Crowbars up.
Troy,
He's not
please.
even going to answer. He's going to abandon
He's
you.
working. He's working at the pizza shop.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll get back to him. We'll get back to him. So back to this. Back to the real world, folks. We'll bring the mic a bit closer to discuss.
I must admit, you
career,
two started this
I
as
had
a bit of a stitch up against me.
You know how many goals I kicked?
Yeah, it actually was a stitch up against you.
Yeah.
But by the evolution of it.
Yeah,
But the
it's
original
turned the other
idea
way.
wasn't
I
to
kicked
be.
900 and something goals. I nearly got 1,000.
Boo this.
No way.
Yeah.
You didn't kick 900
I did, man.
goals.
I counted all the goals I kicked from the age of 14 to 29.
Playing actual football or just
Nah,
having a
just
kick?
fucking playing fantasy football.
Oh, that's OCD.
No, it's not. It's perfect. That's fantasy. What do you think fucking fantasy is, dickhead?
It is.
Fucking, you guys are morons. You're like, oh, we're fantasy. Yeah, we played with our friends and stuff. I used to fucking go there and play out entire matches. That's fantasy fucking football. Up here, Troy. Oi, Troy.
Well, did you like
Troy.
reenact
Troy.
games?
Troy's
Troy,
online.
Troy's
Hello,
online.
Troy. How are
Troy,
you, mate?
can you explain to these morons quickly what fantasy football actually is?
In terms of by yourself fantasy football?
Yep.
Well, traditionally you're sort of playing against, there's 36 people on the field, right?
Yeah.
So there's two teams of 18. But realistically, from the outside looking in, there's only one person on the field.
Yeah.
And you're dodging these people getting handballs from your teammates. You know, there's 18 on your side, or 17 else on your side. So you're getting a lot of help and stuff. And for some reason, you seem to dominate a lot more.
How long do the quarters go for?
They differ, like, you know, when you're young, you're 18, they go like 20 minutes. When you get to 30, they die down to about 5 minutes a quarter, and you know you're still getting your 6 or 7 goals, but it's just in short bursts. It's not like you're running like 5k anymore in the quarter.
Tell them about the stat book, Troy.
Trying to be serious here for a second.
Oh, hang on a sec.
Well,
Someone's interrupting with a fucking... Hang on a sec. Thank you. Stat book?
Phone's on silent, Marsh.
Stat book. Well, occasionally, you know, you want to see how well you did in the course of the season and compare it from previous years to make sure you're still improving. Being a dominating force.
How long did you keep the books for?
Hang on.
Close. Sorry, mate. Close. Sorry, guys. Just serving pizzas here as well. And we'll talk about this.
Can you send one our way?
There's
Send one to the
more than
studio?
ringing guy now. No, he's
No, what is it? Encore Pizza where? Troy will give you a quick plug.
Smoking Joe's in South Marine, where I'm at.
South Marine.
I think that's our first official sponsor.
South Meringue.
Troy, send us a
South
pizza
Marine,
for
Smoking
free and we'll
Joe's.
give you another plug.
Yeah, no problem. We'll bring you a pizza. You want margarita? That's about all we can afford to give you guys.
No, I will take it.
Oh, what's your best pizza, Troy?
Most highest selling one's probably the Supreme.
Which one
No,
do you
I'll
like
do
the
that
most?
You like some
Sorry?
Which one do you like the most? Sorry.
I usually have the Troy specials. So that's like a combination of whatever I spill in the pizza bar throughout the night. I can spill the pizza into the night, and that way my Jewish boss doesn't win me down.
Jewish.
Very nice.
So-
You're Jewish. You're the most Jewish person there,
So,
Troy.
I get the Jewish and Catholic confused sometimes. It's very
Wait, Troy. So, do you do the discreet like spills of what your toppings are going to be? Discreet spills of your toppings.
Discreet spills.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, like the ones that fall off. You know, you put too much cheese on it, falls off.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
side
yeah.
of the pizza, and you just put that at the end of the night. You know, it's pretty much 80% cheese, and my heart loves
What
it.
are your favourite spillages, Troy?
Yeah, sorry, I meant to say the calculated spillages. Does it vary?
The ones that I deliberately throw on the
Yeah,
bench.
yeah.
Usually there's a couple of eggs at the end of the night for some reason. It's not even cracked, but somehow it gets onto the pizza bar.
Yeah,
I feel
nicely
like I
done.
should put that on the pizza for somebody else. I should have that at the end of the night.
Touche, sir.
I've been doing this for a while. So I just have a young Indian man come into the shop. As soon as we said, we actually closed.
I'm talking live on a podcast right now.
Troy, thank you very much.
Wait, Troy. So, do you go for Melbourne?
No.
No, I close, just a bit north north of Melbourne? There's a
Yeah, I
Formula
thought
One
so. I met you once in Steve-O's shed.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can remember Troy being a North Melbourne supporter.
Yeah. I was actually, I thought you guys were talking about football being a football show. But
Yeah, well,